Hello my lovelies and welcome to another edition of my daily creativity. I'm Charlotte Burns and I'm trying to do some scrapbooking during the month of May for celebrating National Scrapbooking Month. However, I'm really struggling with this. Every day I'm coming live on Facebook and then I'm uploading it to YouTube, so catch me on either channel. Loving all the comments, thank you very much. If you're watching live, feel free to say hi. If you're watching on replay, hashtag replay, no space, just to let me know that you watched. But today what I wanted to share with you was a technique that you can use for either scrapbooking or card making. Now, I really wanted to pull out some of the National Scrapbooking Day papers. This one especially, this one is the Good Vibes paper from the Good Vibes Scrapbooking Workshop kit that you can grab over on my website, which is charlotteburns.ctmh.com.au. For some reason, I really love this paper, even though it's very brown and I don't know, maybe that's very 70s, but I really loved, maybe it's the blues. I don't know. Anyway, I love this and I wanted to create something with it. So I had a look at the pattern that was on the Close to My Heart website, which you can go and have a look at. Doesn't cost you anything to look. You can download the guide. You can use the guide for other papers. Again, doesn't cost a thing. But I'd seen somebody else create some workshops and I actually took screenshots and I really, really liked them. And I ended up going, you know what? I can't work this out. I'm just going to buy their workshops. So I did. So I went and I bought their workshops. And I've spoken before about the patterns that Close to My Heart do use. They're really, really clear and easy to follow. And this person, it's Chris Robinson, by the way, Chris Robertson. Hers are really clear to follow, but they're different. And I struggle with different. I don't know if you're like me. This was one of the pages that was created. Really beautiful page, double page spread. Except that she actually used the opposite side to this. I decided to flip it over because this is my favourite side. I'm not sure how it will turn out once I put all the decorations on, but this is actually the second 2 pages. So this is one of the double page spreads. Now the other one I started on, and backtrack for a minute. I was cutting while I was watching The Good Doctor. There you go. There's one of my tells, The Good Doctor. So I was cutting up my papers while I was watching The Good Doctor. And let me just advise you that if you're using a new pattern when you are cutting, don't have any distractions because I stuffed up the cutting and it means that I've got to buy a whole new kit if I want to do it properly. So I've got to change that pattern as well. But the other thing that I did was this morning when I came back, I was putting these together. So these actually go this way and I completely mucked up this page. First of all, what I did was, and I've got the rest of it over there, I stuck the zip strip here because Chris's pattern is different to the way I'm used to scrapbooking. I'm used to scrapbooking Close to My Heart patterns. Anyway, I put the zip strip here, wasn't right. So I had to pull the whole page up because I didn't realize until I had put the whole page down, whole page off. Then I started on this side and I went across and that wasn't right. So then I went and actually read the instructions. I tend to scrapbook by looking at pictures, read the instructions and realized that you actually start from this side and come across. So let me show you how I fixed it. You can see I've already taken I've actually taken these 2 off the other page. So I've taken 3 pieces off the other page. This is the last piece that's left. So this piece is in the wrong spot. I pulled it off this side first and then turned it over and put it onto this side. I'm now pulling it off this side and started putting on that one because I wanted to just get it down. I just wanted to finish some pages. So how do we remove this? I have used the Mono Air by Tombow, which means it's pretty well stuck down. If I had have used the Close to My Heart adhesive, I would be able to lift this really easily. But you'll find, if I try and do this, it's coming up, but I'm risking tearing the back of this. So herein comes the title of this video. What's another use for this? This is a heat gun that we usually use for embossing, but you can also use it for other things. Now I'm just going to pause and say good morning to Nicole. I'm very well, thank you. And hello to Linda. You finally got to catch me live. Awesome, awesome. If you're liking this video, please give me some thumbs up, some love hearts. If you're watching on YouTube, yeah, I'd love some comments, because you may or may not have seen this before. Heat tool, okay. It's a little bit noisy. You saw me trying to pick this up. I've got my all-purpose mat underneath me. You don't need it, but this is like heat rated something like 210 degrees or something, so it means that you're not going to burn your desktop. Turn this on, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to start heating down here. So I'm not sure if you can still hear me. Hopefully my voice will drown out the heat gun. And watch. Don't burn your fingers when you're doing this. Now it will buckle the paper a little bit, which is why I've ended up having to go to different cardstock base, because, look at that, because I've had to do this twice. Look at this. It is just lifting off. Because what it does is it melts the glue. So there we go. So here you go. If you have stuck something down, be it on a page or a card, and you need to lift it off and you can't seem to lift it off, depending on the adhesive that you've used, grab out your heat gun and there we go. This is not ripping the paper. Now when I did it the first time, so this is the second time I've done this to this particular piece of paper. When I did it the first time, I didn't give it enough heat. I'll turn that off now. And I did actually rip this paper, which is why I flipped it over and used this side. But this, apart from being a little bit wonky donk, this is actually, I can now use this again. All I need to do is grab my rub and remove tool. So that's one of these. Go around and take all of this off, and I can actually use this paper again if I want to, which I probably will because I don't like wasting paper. So then this adhesive here is actually still good, and I could, if I wanted to, just stick that straight down. But what I'm going to do is just quickly put a little bit more adhesive just at the corners, because they are the bits that are going to curl more than anything else, and I want to make sure that they are stuck down properly. So I'm going to stick these down. I'm just going to make sure that I have them around the right way. And as I said, I did actually cut this workshop wrong. I cut the paper wrong, in the wrong direction, so I'm having to piece together pieces. I was hoping to have the whole thing put together so I could show you today, but that didn't happen, as I said, because I cut it wrong. So now I've got to figure out how I'm fixing it. So this was the other piece that I had taken off. I'm just going to pop this on and show you. This is a zip strip, and I love the zip strips that Close to My Heart designs. They are just gorgeous. So the moral for today is read your instructions. Charlotte, I'm talking to myself there. Read your instructions. Especially if it's a new pattern, if it's a new designer that you haven't perhaps used before, definitely read the instructions. If you do happen to muck up, there are usually symptoms. There are usually solutions. That's what I'm trying to say. And the heat gun is certainly a good one. Whoop, and I've just flip the camera. Let me just flip the camera back. Okay, so the heat gun is certainly a good one, and you can reuse the paper, which is even better. You don't rip the paper. Tomorrow I'm going to show you these pages a little bit more finished, because they are absolutely gorgeous, stunning pages. I hope you'll love the paper as much as I do. And these ones do actually have flip flaps and decorations and everything. So I'm going to get to work on them and have a lot of fun with that. Thank you so much for commenting, Nicole. Nicola, I'm glad that you like it. And Kirsty Lee, hi Kirsty, I think it is a fab idea as well. So hopefully you will be inspired today to go and try some more scrapbooking and not be too scared to stuff up, because there are simple fixes to most things. I am off for lunch with Josh because we have an open for inspection on our house. So from me to you, stay safe, keep crafting, and bye for now.